There's a place on Earth where the elements collide in a breathtaking dance, where fire meets ice, and where the ground beneath your feet is alive. A land shaped by volcanoes, glaciers, and time itself. Welcome to Iceland. From the moment you set foot on this island, it feels like stepping into another world. It's a place where the Earth still whispers. Iceland sits on the mid-Atlantic ridge, a crack in the Earth's crust where two tectonic plates slowly drift apart. This restless location has made the island a natural laboratory for studying how worlds are made. Every mountain, every valley, every steaming vent tells a story written in molten rock. Volcanoes rise from beneath glaciers. Lava fields stretch across the horizon, black and barren yet hauntingly beautiful. Over centuries, eruptions have reshaped this land again and again, creating what locals call eldfjall, or fire mountains. The most famous among them is Eyjafjallajökull, whose 2010 eruption sent ash plumes so high they halted air traffic across Europe. But beyond the headlines, Iceland's volcanoes have given birth to entire regions, fertile valleys, geothermal pools, and natural wonders unlike anywhere else. Beneath the surface, magma still stirs. The Earth here is never asleep. For all its fire, Iceland is equally defined by its ice. 11% of the country is covered by glaciers, colossal rivers of frozen time that carve deep valleys and shimmering lagoons. The largest of them all is Vatnajökull, a glacier so vast it hides active volcanoes beneath its icy heart. Its melting edges form crystal blue caves that seem carved from pure light, places where silence feels sacred. Nearby, the Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon is one of Iceland's most surreal sights. Icebergs the size of buildings drift lazily in the still waters before making their way out to sea, where they sparkle on the black sands of Diamond Beach. It's a scene that feels unreal, like walking through the memory of a dream. If Iceland had a heartbeat, it would sound like water. The island is covered with thousands of waterfalls, each one more dramatic than the last. The mighty Gullfoss, the Golden Falls, thunders into a deep canyon, creating clouds of mist that shimmer with rainbows. In the north, Dettifoss earns the title of Europe's most powerful waterfall, a torrent so loud it drowns out thought. Then there's Seljalandsfoss, where you can walk behind the curtain of water and feel its cool breath on your skin. And Skogafoss, whose perfect drop makes it one of the most photographed waterfalls on Earth. Legend says there's a chest of gold hidden behind it, left by Vikings centuries ago. In Iceland, myths often live side by side with nature, and sometimes they feel just as real. Iceland's wildlife thrives where few creatures dare to live. Puffins nest on steep cliffs by the millions, their colorful beaks flashing like jewels against the sea. Arctic foxes roam the tundra, their white fur blending with snow in winter and turning brown when summer comes. Along the coast, you might spot seals resting on ice floes, or whales surfacing through the misty North Atlantic. The waters around Iceland are home to over 20 species of whales, from graceful minke whales to the gigantic blue whale, the largest animal to ever live on Earth. In the distant West Fjords, seabirds rule the sky. The cliffs of Latrebjarg rise 400 meters above the ocean, one of the biggest bird colonies in Europe. To stand there, with the wind howling and the sea crashing below, is to feel the pulse of the planet. In summer, the sun barely sets. The midnight sun bathes Iceland in golden light that lasts almost 24 hours a day. Time seems to lose meaning. You can hike through valleys, explore waterfalls, or soak in hot springs, all under a sky that refuses to grow dark. But in winter, the island transforms again. Darkness returns, and with it one of the greatest natural shows on Earth, the Northern Lights. Aurora borealis paints the sky with green, pink and violet waves, shifting and dancing as if alive. Locals once believed they were the spirits of ancestors, lighting the path for travelers. Science explains them as particles from the sun colliding with Earth's atmosphere. But when you see them for yourself, they feel like magic. Few countries harness nature's energy like Iceland does. Almost all its electricity comes from renewable sources, hydropower and geothermal energy. The island literally powers itself from the fire beneath its feet. In places like Geyser, boiling water erupts from the ground every few minutes, a reminder of how alive the Earth truly is. The word geyser itself was born here, taken from this very site. Nearby, the Blue Lagoon offers a gentler side of this power. Milky blue waters rich in minerals, surrounded by black lava fields. It's one of the most iconic spots in the country, a natural spa created by the planet's own heartbeat. In the southern coast of Iceland, where the Atlantic Ocean meets fields of ancient lava, lies a place that seems painted in shadow. Reynisfjara, the black sand beach. The sand, made of crushed volcanic rock, absorbs the light, creating a surreal contrast with the roaring white waves. Offshore jagged basalt towers called Reynisdrangar rise from the sea like dark sentinels. According to legend, they are trolls turned to stone by the sunrise, frozen forever in their attempt to drag a ship to shore. But myths aside, Reynisfjara is one of the most dangerous beaches in the world. Its sneaker waves appear without warning, powerful enough to pull anyone into the freezing waters. It's a reminder that here, beauty often walks hand in hand with danger. To the west, the Snæfellsnes Peninsula offers a miniature version of all of Iceland. Volcanoes, glaciers, cliffs and moss-covered lava fields. It's often called Iceland in miniature, and it's easy to see why. At the very tip stands Snæfellsjökull, a glacier-capped volcano that inspired Jules Verne's journey to the center of the Earth. Even today, it feels like a gateway to another world. Further inland, the landscape becomes almost lunar. Vast lava fields stretch to the horizon, covered in thick carpets of moss. Some of these fields, like Eldrón, were born from catastrophic eruptions centuries ago. In 1783, the Laki fissure erupted for 8 straight months, releasing toxic gases and ash that dimmed the sun and caused famine across Europe. Today, what remains is a hauntingly beautiful sea of green, soft underfoot, yet built upon destruction. Above ground, the air itself seems alive. Winds howl across open plains, carrying the icy breath of the Arctic. In winter, temperatures plunge below freezing, and blizzards can swallow entire landscapes within minutes. Yet through the chaos, Icelanders endure, not by fighting nature but by adapting to it. Geothermal heat from the Earth's core warms their homes, powers their cities, and even heats public pools where people gather to talk, laugh, and forget the cold outside. One of the most surreal sights in Iceland lies beneath the Langjökull glacier, where engineers have carved a man-made ice tunnel deep into the frozen heart of the mountain. Inside, blue light refracts through the walls, illuminating centuries of compressed snow, each layer a record of Iceland's untamed past. Walking through it feels like stepping through time itself. But perhaps nothing captures the spirit of Iceland better than its contrasts. A country where volcanoes sleep under glaciers and snow falls on steaming lava fields, where silence stretches across frozen plains, then suddenly breaks with the roar of an eruption. It is a land still in motion, still being born. As the wind howls through the fjords and the aurora ignites the sky once more, you realize Iceland is not just a place to visit, it's a place to feel. Few places remind us of the planet's raw power like Iceland does. Here, nature isn't a background, it's the main character. It's unpredictable, untamed, and endlessly inspiring. So if you ever dream of touching the edge of the Earth, where life and landscape blend into something eternal, Iceland awaits. And if you enjoyed this journey across one of the most breathtaking places on our planet, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and join us for more adventures on living planet.